Hey guys, I decided to do a follow-up video, just finishing up a couple parts that I might have missed. So let's get started. I'm just gonna make a circle so that I can get this part of the AMG logo. I'm gonna go to display, edit Nurbs, display Nurbs edit points. That way I can see the edit points, and then if we dial up our sections here, we can get to a point that we like. Let's do that, and then we can select these edit points, go hold the spacebar, edit curves, detach. We can then select this piece and delete it, and this we can still scale from the center to align it a little better. Now I'm going to make a circle here, and to move things into view I just hold X and middle mouse drag and it'll snap to the closest grid intersection. And let's set this to 90. Select that. And then I'm going to make a, using the EP curve tool, make a simple curve like this. And then I can place it somewhere in between there and just align. Also, if you're trying to get more precision, if you once you start using the rotate tool, drag it to the edge of your screen, and then if you drag your mouse so that it slides along the edge of the screen, you get more precision. It's a weird thing to do, but it actually works really well. Okay, I'm going to hold spacebar and go to display, edit points, edit point. I just want to see what the edit point is, and I want to just slide this until it gets to the center there. Hold D and V, snap that there, and then slide until that goes to the center of the intersection. Like that, and if I bring in the model, that's not it. Where is it? Okay, and for modeling purposes I'm going to move it back behind the curves so that the curves are in front. And if we turn on wireframe, we can see what we need to align to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all my curves and just move them up to align to this. Hide this right now. I'm going to now I need to cut these curves, so I'm going to use let's see, right click, curve point, drag, drop one there, then hold shift and drag again, and detach. And let's unhide this. Also, if you're trying to right click on a curve and sometimes you're missing, just click an empty space, and whatever your selection is, that's what will pop up, so you can select curve point from there. Go there and here. Okay, and we can group it. I'm going to move the pivot here just so it's there. I'm going to hide this, select that, duplicate. I'm going to move the pivot here to the grid so that when I scale, it scales correctly. Okay. So now I need to figure out how to clean this up. So I'm going to use going to select these two and these two. I'm going to rebuild them. So I'm going to go first. Let's go to display, edit points, and then we'll go into edit curve, rebuild curve, because I want them to be the same. And let's try 2. Let's try 1. Yeah, that's enough. We don't need more than 1. So now we can loft between them because they're all the same. We can also check their direction to make sure the direction is the same. And that's see the U and the square. That means that's the direction, so that this curve's direction is this way, and that one is this way, and that's that. So that's perfectly fine. Now I'm going to select this point and snap it there, and just spread these out. There. So I'm going to unhide this piece. Now when I work on this, I don't want to work on everything at the same time. So I know that what I'm going to work on is going to be isolated to a small section. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to select, let's see, let's do this. I'm going to select this point, face here. I'm going to grow my selection. Deselect, grow it again, like that. I think that should be enough. Well, maybe one more. So this should be enough of what we need. So I'm going to go down to mesh and or to edit mesh and click duplicate. This will duplicate those faces. Clear history. So now you can see there's 2 there. There's this one, the original piece. I'm going to put it back in the group. And this one I'm going to take out. Get rid of this. And then we'll also bring this back to where it was. We can align the other thing later. So we can hide this. And so this is the part we're going to work on. Makes it much easier. Okay, first thing. Is we need to figure out how we're going to round this off. And that might be a little difficult. But let's do the easy part first. The easy part is to draw these lines. So I always do the easy stuff first. Instead of trying to figure everything out, I'll just start dropping lines and see what I can do first. So that one is a no-brainer. Same with this. And then I'm going to select, delete these edges, double click, delete, and then if we come back here, we can start by selecting this loop, and this loop, and this loop, and just in Z, I'm going to hold Control Shift, right click, make sure cube spacing is off, select this, and then the blue arrow, and then hold V, and middle mouse drag there. Up to that edge. So that's the AMG logo starting to take shape. So we just need to do this now. Alright, so how are we going to do this? So the best way probably would be to take this loop and push it into that loop. So if I delete these edges, I'm keeping that vertex there because I want it there just for the moment. Select this and actually delete this. And now I'm going to use the multi-cut tool and start from here and just start outlining the shape. I really don't want it to snap there. And there, like that. We actually don't need this one or this one. I'm going to select the new edge loop here and same thing, snap it there. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we also select this edge, delete this, we can then insert edge loop tool and drop a bevel here. Like that. Okay, that's looking good. So now we need to create basically a way to run this loop into there. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to start a little wide. Okay. Let's see. So the best way to do this would be to fan these out, these edge loops out. So let's see if we have So for this, we can actually just do that for now. And then let's see like that. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, it's getting somewhere. Okay, so now if we go here, like that. Right, we're getting somewhere. We'll fix that later. Alright, so now, let's see, we need to fix this part. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, so now it's this part. like that. Okay, that's better. I didn't want to have anything there. I wanted it to be clean, so that's why I did that. And then this. Okay, that's getting better. It's this little thing here that I want to try and fix. Let's scale this. Okay. That should be okay. Alright, so now let's duplicate, place that there. Let's combine. Let's bring back the other wheel section. Bring this here. I'm gonna just find the common vertex like that. Snap that in. Then if we center, we can find the center, which is there, and just grow our selection. Delete, select both pieces. I'm going to combine. I don't like to merge large geometries because merge vertices and everything, because you might merge something that you don't intend to merge. So I'm just going to select the vertices where I know the connection happens and merge those. Okay, that looks really good. Let's get rid of this. And now let's add those holes. Okay. Just make a cylinder. I don't even know what those holes are for. Doesn't matter. Okay, so they have to be there. Let's bring back our geo. And again, I don't want to work on the whole thing, so I'm going to select a section. So I'm going to select the front and the back where it's going to go through. That's enough. And then we're going to go into edit mesh, face, and duplicate. Let's see what we get. So if you have geometry that's not connecting, you'll get more parts. That's okay. We'll hide this. Let's save. And those two we'll recombine. Clear history. Select this. Scale it like that. And one thing you can do is, if you have enough geometry, you can figure out, you can use a denser geo to bevel with, but I think I want to try and control the bevel. So let's try 16. Alright, 16 is going to be good. Okay, so I also want to build the bevel in, so I'm going to select this, delete the center, and then I'm going to extrude. I'm going to extrude the thickness of the bevel that I want, like that. Clear history, then select both, mesh, Boolean, union, and let's go and let's clear history. So on this side, double click this loop and this one, and click Control Delete, and the same on this side. And you see what it does. Makes really nice geo for us. Now I'm just going to delete half, and then you need to kind of go in and delete all of the center geometry, and you have to, it's kind of annoying, but you have to go in and make sure you get everything like that. You can also then select all the vertices that are remaining and delete those, and same on this side. Delete that. I'm going to double click, shift double click that loop, so shift and then shift double click, and then we can do a bridge, and we can't because we missed the face. There. Okay, now it should work. Yep. And we're going to drop a bevel on this side and on this side. So you can see it's starting to take shape. Let's clean this side up first. It's going to be much faster. Okay. Okay, that was easy. This might be a little tougher. Let's get rid of these triangles. So this corner I want to move to slightly align with that. So I'm going to just snap it there and then just move it over. You might have to just move this up. Okay. And to kind of make this a little better looking, we'll just move this down. Okay. That's pretty good. This is gonna be a little tough because we don't have enough geometry here, so we'll have to figure out how to clean this up. Let's see, that tool's not working. Let's do that. Right, we can actually loop these around like this. And this one, we'll use that trick that I showed you earlier. Like that, and then I'm going to actually just spread this around. There. That looks really good, so let's duplicate, flip this to the side, and combine. So the thing is, the way we did this, we didn't change any of the outside edges. That means we can just pop this into that our original geo and it will work perfect. So let's unhide that. Now, if you can't see this against the other geo, we can actually make it so we do see it. So all we have to do is go to Display, Polygons. I'm going to turn on border edges, and I'm going to go to Display again, Polygons, and then do Edge Width, and I can then scale my edge width something large. So then when I unhide this, we'll look at it from this view. There's the edge width of our selection of our smaller geo, and then we can just drag to make sure we're within that. Let me see, we need an extra here. That's great. And then delete. Okay. So I'm going to rotate this 72 degrees in Z, and then we'll do our selection again. Make sure we got it all. And then it's 144. Now let's do negative 144. And negative 72. This is probably a smarter way to do this, but this is really fast. I don't feel like figuring out a different way to do it. Okay. And then we'll set this to 0. Take this, modify, freeze, reset, clear history, duplicate, rotate 72, and Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. I'm going to combine these, clear history, select that. And we'll combine, and I'm going to click merge, but I'm going to set the merge tolerance to really low. Let's do 0.001 to make sure nothing unnecessary, that no unnecessary vertices got merged, because that'll create bad geo. Okay. Well, that's it. So there's the final model. We have the holes there. I don't know what they're for. You can see the topology looks really good. All quads. And we can also check for quads and non-quads. N-gons and triangles, and it's actually really easy. So you can select everything. I do this after I finish a model. What is this? Let's get rid of that, and let's just save this, save scene as a new version. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and the way I do it is, well, first to clean up, you can go into display and go to DAG objects and get rid of any of the formers and stuff that are left over. You can delete those, and there's other things you can delete, like these guys, and you can also actually, if you don't have any shaders, you can delete everything below the default light set. For a model. Don't do it for other things, but if you're just saving a model, you can do that. And the next thing I'm going to do is, let's actually freeze everything. Freeze, reset, and we're going to go into mesh. Where's edit mesh? I always forget where they put it. Ah, there it is. Mesh cleanup. And I'm going to reset this so we have the same settings. And the first thing you want to change here is the select matching polygons. You don't want to clean up. If you click clean up, it'll start deleting things and disconnecting things. You don't want to do that. So you want to do select. And let's do non-manifold geometry. That's the first thing you want to do, and that's for you're checking for bad geo. And click apply. If nothing is selected, it means you don't have any non-manifold geo and you're good. If you have non-manifold geo, then you have to check your geometry and make sure it's all good. And then you want to check faces with more than 4 sides. So we can select everything, click apply. If nothing's selected, we don't have any faces with more than 4 sides. And if you want to check for triangles, we can select 4-sided faces, click apply. It will select all of the faces. Just right click and do invert selection and press F, and it'll focus on what's there. If I press W for the move tool and there's nothing, no manipulator, it means we don't have any triangles. So our geo is actually very clean. We have only quads and no bad geo. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoy, and subscribe and like. And if you guys have any suggestions of what you would like to see me model, put it in the comments or send me a message, and I'll model it, make a video for it. Alright, thanks.